the knight in shining armor. He kneels before his lady, swearing an oath to God, his king, and her honor. An oath of loyalty, bravery, and chastity. It's a beautiful, romantic idea. There's just one problem. For the most part, it was a lie. This is the story of how the noble ideal of chivalry crashed against the undeniable reality of human nature. Imagine you are a 20-year-old knight on crusade. You are thousands of miles from home, surrounded by death, stress, and testosterone. You might not see your home or your lady for years, if ever. The church tells you to remain pure. Your code of honor demands it. But your body, your mind, and the brutal world around you are telling you something entirely different. So, how was this impossible vow managed? The first and most common answer followed the army everywhere, the camp followers. This wasn't just a few women. It was a massive moving city of merchants, cooks, blacksmiths, and yes, prostitutes. It was an unofficial but essential part of the army's logistics. For a knight, visiting these women wasn't seen as a true betrayal of his lady. In the twisted logic of the time, love was of the soul, while this was merely a physical necessity like eating or sleeping. It was a loophole, a way to maintain the body of the warrior without staining the pure, courtly love he held in his heart. But there was a far darker side to this. What happened in a conquered city? The chronicles of the Crusades are filled with glory and faith, but they omit the brutal truth of conquest. After a city's walls were breached, the women inside were often considered part of the spoils of war. Here, the noble ideal of protecting the weak evaporated. Power, desperation, and violence created a reality where the knight's vow was not just broken, but violently shattered. And finally, there was the truth, hidden inside the military orders themselves, like the Knights Templar. In these all-male, intensely bonded monastic communities, isolated from the outside world for years, relationships between men were an open secret. The Church condemned it as the ultimate sin, even using it as a pretext to destroy the Templars. But in the closed world of the barracks and the battlefield, it was a human reality, born from isolation and camaraderie. So, the chastity belt was a myth. The reality was a complex web of hypocrisy, practical solutions, and dark deeds. The knight was a walking contradiction, trapped between an impossible divine ideal and his own undeniable humanity. The code of chivalry wasn't a set of rules to be strictly followed. It was a beautiful story they told themselves and us to mask the messy, complicated truth of what it meant to be a man at war. This leaves us with a fascinating question about society. Is it better to have a beautiful, impossible ideal that everyone secretly breaks, creating a culture of hypocrisy? Or is it better to have a more realistic, honest standard, even if it's less romantic? Let us know what you think in the comments. And for more history that tears down the myths, subscribe to Sidway's History.